Hello everyone, I welcome you in physics classes. Dear students, we have started our very important topic Bohr's atomic model, and in my last lecture I taught you about some postulates of Bohr atomic model, and we have calculated one expression for Bohr's radius. Students, these all expressions or numerical derivations are very important, okay, because if we want to derive next few expressions, the previous expressions should be in our mind. So I'm just continuing with those expressions only. Okay, so you can see on your screen that the topics which already covered, means the topics which we have discussed in our last lecture, are postulates of Bohr atomic model, expression for Bohr's radius. And when we were discussing these both, then these three equations we have given in our numerical portion, that is V square is equal to E square upon 4 pi m epsilon naught r. We have given it equation number 1, the value of V which we have calculated by alternate method, and the value of r means radius. We call it Bohr radius. Okay, so today we are going to study about speed of electron in orbit of hydrogen atom and total energy of electron in hydrogen atom. Students, these both topics are very important because many times they has been asked in exam, and I hope that this year also they may ask. Okay, so speed of electron in orbit of hydrogen atom. So for these three equations we need to derive first by using Coulomb's law. Okay, so speed of electron in orbit of hydrogen atom. So what we will do, speed is already given, V is equal to nh 2 pi m r. So this value of r from equation number 3 we will put back in equation number 2. So putting value of small r from equation 3 in equation number 2. Okay, by mistake I have written here equation number 1. It is equation number 2. Okay students, so what you will get here, V is equal to nh 2 pi m, same as it is. Instead of r I will put this value, n square h square epsilon naught in denominator, e square pi m in numerator. Now cancel the terms which can be cancelled, and at last you will get value of V is equal to e square upon 2n h epsilon naught. So everything is constant, you can see here. So that means velocity is inversely proportional to n, where n is your orbit, first orbit, second orbit, third orbit, and value is 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. Okay, so this is the expression for velocity, or you can call it speed of electron in any orbit of hydrogen atom. If you want to calculate speed of electron in first orbit, you have to put n equal to 1, in second orbit n equal to 2, in third orbit n equal to 3, and so on. Okay, now students, let us start our next topic, that is total energy of hydrogen atom. Total energy of hydrogen atom means how to calculate its whole energy in a particular orbit. So students, you know that total energy is always a sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. Kinetic energy is half m v square equal to half m. V square value you can put back from equation number 1. So e square upon 4 pi m epsilon naught. M and m will cancel out, and this is the value of kinetic energy. Very simple. Okay. Potential energy. Now what is potential energy? Potential energy means electric potential of electron multiplied by its charge. So potential, students, expression we know in first unit we have studied. It is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, charge upon distance. Okay, so it is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, charge is E upon distance is R, and charge on electron is minus E. So this is the value of potential energy with the negative sign. Okay, so to calculate total energy, this kinetic energy and potential energy we will put back in equation number 5. I hope it is clear. So total energy, kinetic energy plus potential energy, E square upon 8 pi epsilon naught r minus E square upon 4 pi epsilon naught r. If you will observe this equation carefully, then E square upon 4 pi epsilon naught r is common. So what left inside? Half minus 1. Half minus 1 means half. So ultimately we are getting this value, minus E square upon 8 pi epsilon naught r. Again students, r is coming from here. So from where you can put the value of r? From equation number 3. So put it back in this equation. Here you can see r. In place of r you will put this value. So you will get minus E square 4 pi epsilon naught n square h square epsilon naught E square pi m. Cancel the terms which can be cancelled, and at last you are getting one very important relation, that is E is equal to minus E4 m 8 epsilon naught n square h square. Students, if you will see this equation, then each and every term is constant except only n. Okay, so what is n? N is orbit, first orbit, second orbit, third orbit. So n is changing, n value will be 1, 2, 3 and so on. But the value of m, e, epsilon naught, h, they all remains constant. Okay, so these constant values, I'm telling you again and again that as a physics students you must know these numerical values should be in your mind along with these units. Okay, so what is the value of m? Means mass of electron 9.1 into 10 raised to minus 31 kg. What is the value of E? 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. What is epsilon naught? Absolute permittivity, and its unit is 8.854 into 10 raised to power minus 12 coulomb square Newton inverse per meter square. H is your Planck's constant, and its value is 6.6 into 10 raised to power minus 34 joule second. Students, if you will fill these all values in energy expression, then you are getting your final expression which you need to keep in mind for MCQs. Okay, so its value is E is equal to minus 13.6 upon n square electron volt. Okay, 1 electron volt is equal to 1 upon 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 19 joule. So this also you need to keep in mind. Now, how question is asked in exam, in MCQs? For example, they will ask, find the energy of hydrogen atom in first orbit. Find the energy of electron in hydrogen atom in second orbit, in third orbit, and so on. So what you have to do, simply you have to put the value of n. If first orbit, n equal to 1, okay, so its value will be minus 13.6 electron volt. Second orbit, n equal to 2, minus 3.4 electron volt. If third orbit, fourth orbit, fifth orbit, and so on. So whatever in which orbit they have asked, you have to put that value. Okay, so this is all about your kinetic energy of electron in hydrogen atom as well as speed of electron in orbit of hydrogen atom. Students, go through this numerical part, these calculations, mathematics, because practice makes a man perfect, and in numerical, in expressions, in mathematical terms, you need to practice more and more. Okay, only then you can keep the things in your mind that how we have to proceed, because for next step you should be clear with previous step. Okay, so I hope that today's topic is clear to you all, and with this we have finished our Bohr atomic model and chapter 1 of unit number 8. Tomorrow we'll start chapter number 2 of unit 8, means about your nucleus we will start. So this is enough for today. Thank you. Have a good day.